Hello friends, we'll start with the chapter number 5, income of other person included in the assessor's total income. What does this heading means? That will be explained. First let's see. This is the 5th chapter of the practice manual. Please remove the page number from this chapter in your practice manuals. See, income of other person included in the assessor's total income. Don't you find something goofy over here? The biggest goof is other person. Why other person income will be included in the income of the assessor's total income, and why and how? See, these are the following cases when the income of other person, this following are the other person, and all this income will be included in the assessor's total income. So first skip the section, we'll read the section later. First we'll see income transfer without transfer of asset. If SSC, how to read this? First understand this chart is there in front of you. You can pause the video and copy it now also, but how to read this you should know now. First, SSC's total income. See, SSC income transfer without transfer of asset. SSC transferred his income without transfer of asset to other person. How to read? SSC transferred income without transfer of asset to other person. Then such income transferred by SSC to the other person will be included in the SSC's total income. Are you understanding now? See, SSC. Now second one, income arising from revocable transfer of asset. If SSC have transferred any asset to other person which is in the nature of revocable transfer of asset, then income arising from such asset which is revocably transfer of asset, and such income from that asset will be added into the SSC's total income. I'll recommend you all to please download this video in your phone, so that when you revise this chapter, please listen to this video, because it will be winded up in 10 to 15 minutes only. So there is not a huge thing, but when you sit and revise this chapter, it will take you at least 20 minutes. So it is better to listen to my lecture. The sections are given. We'll see the sections later and read it again. Now let's see the third one, income arising to the spouse by the way of remuneration from the concern in which individual has substantial interest. So see, SSC is having a substantial interest in a particular concern, and SSC's wife is also working in that particular concern, and remuneration is paid to the SSC just because the SSC is having substantial interest in that concern. So are you understanding that the income of the spouse whichever the spouse is receiving will be added into the SSC's total income. You might have listened many a times, many of the people or your parents might be saying, will buy a property in the name of your mother, so it will give you tax benefit. There is nothing like that. If your father buy a property for your mom in your mom's name, but your mom is not paying any consideration, are you understanding it, for purchasing of that asset, so all the income that is arising from that asset will be clubbed into the SSC's total income. Are you understanding it right? Are you understanding it now? Now let's see the fourth, income arising to the spouse from asset transferred without adequate consideration. See, when SSC transferred any asset to the spouse without any adequate consideration, and the spouse earning income from the transfer of asset, such income that spouse is earning will be also added back into the SSC's income. This is very simple chapter. I feel it will be winded up in this video only. Income arising to the son's wife from an asset transferred without adequate consideration. See, when SSC transferred asset without any adequate consideration to the son's wife, and such son's wife is incurring the income from the transfer of asset, then such income to the son's wife will be added back into the SS's total income. You understanding now? Income arising from transfer of asset for the benefit of spouse or son's wife. See, when SSC transfer any asset to the spouse or son's wife, and spouse or son's wife are receiving any income from such asset, then such income will be added back into the SS's total income. I hope you all are understanding. And this section 64 subsection 1a, income of a minor child, section 10 subsection 32, rupees 1500 deduction. If you remember, we have completed this part in income from other sources, so we don't need to talk about this over here. So please check your income from other sources. There I have given you section 10 subsection 32, minor child deductions. Okay, so now we'll read with the section, then I'll give you time to pause the video and copy it. Please don't copy it right now. Section 60, income transfer without transfer of asset. If any income transferred without transfer of asset by the SSC to any other person, then such income will be added back into the total income of the SSC. Section 61, income arising from the revocable transfer of asset, then such income will be added back into the SSC's total income. Section 64, income arising to the spouse by the way of remuneration from a concern in which the SSC, in place of individual, I want you all to write SSC, has substantial interest. Okay, has substantial interest, then the income will be added into the SSC's total income. Section 64, see, there are subsections for this, but I'll recommend you all to please write section 64, because section 64 there are 1 2 3 4 5 headings related to section 64. So it's better to write section 64 and forget the subsection, because there is more than 100% chances that you will goof up, because section 64 subsection 1, and there is again subsection which is in the Roman, which is Roman numeric. There you might definitely goof up, so it is better to write section 64. The examiner will understand. Okay, section 64, this was done. Section 64, income arising to the spouse from the asset transfer without adequate consideration. That means the SSC has transferred, that is, this SSC has transferred the asset to his or her spouse. Okay, and the spouse is incurring income from such asset, then such income will be added back into the SSC's total income. Income arising to the son's wife from an asset transferred without adequate consideration. Okay, without adequate consideration, then such income will be added into the SSC's total income. Income arising from the transfer of asset for the benefit of the spouse or son's wife, then such income arising from the transfer of that asset will be added into the SSC's total income. Now there is a small clarification for you all, a small loop that might help you. The loop is income arising to the son's wife. This income will not be added back if the asset is transferred to the son's wife before marriage. Are you understanding it? So please pause the video and copy this much. This was a small chapter. So we are done with this chapter. Please don't try to write the subsections, because in the textbook, which order I have written, in that order it is given. So if you want, you can memorize from there. Wait, I'll show you. See, in which order I have written, in the same order they have given. If you want any further clarification, you all can read from here. See, section 60, section 61, section 61 subsection 1, subsection Roman 2. So if you want any further subsections, you can refer from here. See, in the same manner they have given all the sections are there. Okay, so we have completed this also. Now we are just remaining with TDS and TDS and advanced tax that will be taught in the next lecture.